Right now on Good Morning Northwest, gun control is once again a hot topic in Olympia this legislative session. We'll break down what's being discussed. And there's been an update in the search for rare collectibles estimated to be worth $45,000. And meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. The time is 5 a.m. on Tuesday, February 20th. Let's check in right away on your forecast with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. And Tiffany, we're seeing some fog in some areas, but what are we seeing locally around here in this region?
In the Tri-Cities, visibility is doing just fine, Jessica, but we do have that dense fog advisory in effect until noon for the foothills of the Blues. We're talking about Dayton, Walla Walla, down into Pendleton. That is where visibility has already been reduced to less than a quarter of a mile. This is similar to what we saw yesterday, and you can see we're down to less than a quarter of a mile in Walla Walla, down to a mile in Pendleton. Those numbers will likely fluctuate over the next few hours. Things are looking good in the Yakima Valley and into the Tri-Cities, but we'll have to watch. There may be some areas of patchy fog that develops over the next few hours. Temperatures are into the 40s for the most part, upper 30s along the foothills of the Blues. We're at 41 in the Tri-Cities and 39 in Yakima, so it's not too terribly cold outside. There have been a few showers overnight, some activity east of Connell, and it looks like a little shower now pushing into Hermiston. So we really can't rule out a shower or two throughout the day, but I don't think it's going to be as wet as what we saw yesterday afternoon around lunchtime. So in Yakima, we have a lot of clouds around this morning. Highs around 49 this afternoon. Tri-Cities, 39. Highs around 50 today. And Walla Walla, fog with a chance for a few more showers and highs only in the upper 40s. The end of the week still looks really nice. We'll plan out that 7-day forecast for you coming up. Jessica, back to you.
Thank you, Tiffany. And there's a little more than 2 weeks left in the Washington state legislative session, and gun control is once again on the agenda. A proposal that would require lost or stolen guns to be reported within 24 hours of finding out about the loss. If you don't, you could face a $1,000 fine. Advocates call it a common sense proposal to allow police to start searching for missing guns as soon as possible.
The number one source of stolen guns in America is from parked cars. Here's what happens after they're stolen. Those guns are trafficked, they're sold illegally, and they're used in violent crimes.
This bill won't reduce crime. In fact, this bill doesn't even address crime. It serves simply as a punishment for victims of crime and a whopping $1,000 fine for being the victim of theft.
Opponents say lawmakers should prioritize punishing people who commit crimes. The proposal has already passed the State House and is scheduled for a committee vote in the Senate this morning. Local lawmakers are pushing for the U.S. Senate to pass a bipartisan tax package that would expand the low-income housing tax credit program. If it's passed by the Senate, the program would fund an additional 1,700 units of affordable housing in Washington this year. Senator Maria Cantwell and Spokane Mayor Lisa Brown held a press conference to advocate for the tax credit at Mother Teresa Haven, a Catholic charity's affordable housing complex that was made possible because of this program. One single mom who lives there says she used to have to juggle 2 jobs and was still on the verge of losing her home. But now this affordable housing allows her to work just 1 job and spend more time with her kids.
They were able to get good grades in school. They all got offers to Seattle University. They just thrived because I got the chance to stay home with them, and I don't think that would be possible if they were latchkey kids.
Marcy Pablo was also recently hired for a position she had been working hard for. Stories like hers are why Senator Cantwell and Mayor Brown want this program to pass so more families can have the opportunity to thrive. And to keep families in their homes, lawmakers are also considering limiting how much landlords can raise their rent each year. There are 2 bills making their way through the Washington legislature. If they're approved, it would limit rent increases by a maximum of 5% per year, but it would not impact prices landlords can charge new tenants. And a new Type 1 structure fire engine has made its way to Benton County Fire District 1. According to district official Jenna Kokenauer, getting a new structure fire engine was essential as this engine will be replacing one that's nearly 20 years old. Engine 1114 can hold 6 people in its cab and transport 750 gallons of water. The pump cable allows 1,500 gallons per minute while pumping water. And Kokenauer says that fire trucks have a lifespan of 20 to 25 years, and the fire equipment is constantly evaluated to ensure safety when they go out on a call.
What we don't want to have happen is a fire truck breaks down on the way to a medical or fire emergency. We don't want a chainsaw to not be able to work to get into a roof when we're trying to put out a structure fire. So it's very important that we're constantly monitoring and maintaining equipment and swapping things out when they need to be replaced so that we're always fully prepared for events.
The new engine was purchased for $672,000 through BCFD1's general operating budget. Another $40,000 was used to add rescue equipment, firefighting tools, and hoses to the engine. The retiring engine will still remain as a backup option when other firefighting vehicles are out on calls or getting serviced. Pasco business owners will have the opportunity to network with local law enforcement this afternoon. Pasco Police will hold a Q1 Business Watch meeting for business owners in District 2. The department says this initiative is meant to foster collaboration between law officers and local businesses. The meeting starts at 1 p.m. at the Hapo Center Business Lounge. And we have an update on the case of a Walla Walla comic book and card trading store who reached out to the community for help after $45,000 worth of cards suddenly disappeared. Digital Heroes announced Monday that the package containing $45,000 worth of the valuable trading cards has been found. This happened on February 6th when a shipment went missing that contained a 1986 to 87 Michael Jordan rookie card and 4 prized Magic the Gathering cards from the original 1993 alpha release.
When it became a full week, I was on a full-on panic because they were supposedly on the truck to be delivered and they just have not shown up. So I contacted them and they said, well, we will contact FedEx and we will start the insurance claim process and all that. And I'm just going, oh no, I want the cards. You know, insurance is fine, but they weren't insured for entirely what they were worth, especially since a couple of them came back graded higher than I expected.
And later on Good Morning Northwest, we'll hear from the owners of Digital Heroes on just how they managed to track down this valuable cargo. Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, doctors in Florida are closely watching a cluster of children infected with measles as experts warn about a surge in cases nationwide. And looking outside, temperature is 41 degrees. There is some fog in some areas, but meteorologist Tiffany Savona will have more in her full weather forecast. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
A rookie stunt driver.
Again.
Will prove he's got what it takes in this year's most exciting Nissan sales event.
Get 1.9% financing for 60 months on the 2023 Nissan Rogue.
Act fast. These President's Day offers end soon.
Shelby's Floral, your homegrown neighbor with worldwide connections for over 45 years. Shelby's, more than just a flower shop, specializing in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, and home decor. We're unique, and we're here for all of life's occasions, all year long. Shelby's Floral at the corner of Clearwater and Edison in Kennewick. Stop by today and let our experienced designers help you with all of your floral needs. Shelby's Floral.
Think about the best night's sleep you've ever had. At Tempur-Pedic, we're dedicated to helping you sleep like that. With breakthrough solutions that help relieve pressure, aches and pains, keep you cool if you sleep hot, and even automatically detect and respond to snoring, so you get the deep, comfortable, undisturbed rest you deserve. Save up to $500 on select adjustable mattress sets during our President's Day event at Meredith Furniture.
Special Agent Will Trent, GBI.
What can I do for you?
Boom, boom, boom. I have reason to believe someone's trying to kill you. Faith, we found a bomb. You got 6 minutes to clear the building.
If you're hurt at work, your life can go into a downward spiral.
You're injured. You can't work. Your bills are piling up.
But winning workers' comp benefits isn't easy.
You're the underdog.
We'll fight laboring industries to get you the workers' compensation benefits you deserve.
If you were hurt at work, Let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411 for a free consultation. Bothwell and Hamill.
Today, we seize the day, because at US Cellular, you can get an epic Samsung Galaxy S24 with Galaxy AI. Now, you might be wondering, do I deserve a free Samsung Galaxy S24? You do. You deserve it. Each and every one of you deserves one.
Even me?
Look under your chair. That's right.
Incredible. It's incredible.
New and current customers can get the Samsung Galaxy S24 on us with no trade-in. US Cellular.
A rookie stunt driver.
Again.
Will prove he's got what it takes in this year's most exciting Nissan sales event.
Get 1.9% financing for 60 months on the 2023 Nissan Rogue.
Act fast. These President's Day offers end soon.
Why isn't the Fred Meyer shooter going to prison? Apple Valley News Now at 5 and 6 tonight.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In health news, according to the CDC, measles was eradicated in the U.S. at the start of the century, but falling vaccination rates have helped the potentially deadly disease make a comeback, which is raising concerns among health professionals around the country. Here's ABC's Allison Kosick.
This morning, doctors in Florida are closely watching a cluster of children infected with measles, as experts warn about a surge in cases nationwide.
This is, not a hair on fire moment yet, but it has the potential to become one.
An elementary school near Fort Lauderdale is now reporting 5 students with measles. Meanwhile, 9 cases have been reported in the Philadelphia area since December, all involving unvaccinated people. So far this year, at least 1 case has been reported in 12 states.
All you have to be is in the same room or proximity with an infected patient to be at risk for contracting the virus.
Measles spreads in the air when an infected person coughs or sneezes. Symptoms include fever, cough, runny nose, and a distinctive rash. But severe cases can lead to brain swelling, pneumonia, or even death. The CDC requires the highly effective measles vaccine to attend public school, but parents can seek religious or medical exemptions. Experts say when 95% of a community is vaccinated, it cannot spread. But currently, 36 states fall below that threshold.
We have to have very high, 95% or greater immunity within a population in order for this virus that's like a heat-seeking missile to not be able to find someone who's susceptible.
Doctors are already seeing what they call an alarming increase of cases in Europe.
They now are having a 30,000 times increase, 30-fold increase. That's going to happen here if we have our immunization rates fall below a threshold. What is that threshold? 95%.
Allison Kosick, ABC News, New York.
Complications from measles are most likely in children under age 5 and adults over 30. And the peak of flu season may be over, but virus levels still remain high across the country. In early February, flu hospitalization rates were about half of what they were during the season's peak at the end of December. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention also says COVID-19 hospitalization rates were a third lower. Still, though, new data shows medical visits for respiratory illness have been above baseline since November. While influenza viruses spread year-round, most flu activity peaks between December and February. The CDC says vaccination remains the best protection, especially for people at an increased risk for severe disease. And meanwhile, thousands of people are being hospitalized with COVID-19, according to that recent CDC data. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, amid concerns about increased emissions, Washington lawmakers are discussing a bill that could improve the lives of thousands of children. And looking outside, temperature is 41 degrees. That sunrise is at 6:52 a.m. this morning. Meteorologist Tiffany Savona will have your first alert full forecast. That is up next, so don't go anywhere.
After a car accident, the road to recovery can get quite expensive. An ambulance ride to the hospital, helicopter evacuation, physical therapy, the list is endless. Will the insurance company pay for all of this? And what about your pain and suffering?
Dear Nowhere, it was quite a journey to get to you. Jostling through ruts, winding through pines, and crawling up a mountain. But guess what? I'd do it all over again. Keep it wild. 4Runner.
Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
At Goodwill, we're more than just a store. We believe in the power of community. Our devoted team of employees, working hand in hand with local business partners, unite to create opportunities for all. Within Goodwill's Employment Connection Center is a free walk-in job search assistance program that assists job seekers in crafting resumes, preparing for interviews, and grants access to community resources and information. We're not just building careers, we're building bridges that strengthen our community. Goodwill, where your purchases and donations transform your community.
The road can be a crazy place. Uh-oh! That's why Les Schwab Tires fixes brakes, steering, and more. And those guys don't. Keep driving. I'm just glad Les Schwab puts my safety first, so I can backseat drive with confidence.
Stop in for our Founders Celebration Sale and save up to $150 on select sets of Ford tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Time for a new roof? Let M&M Roofing replace it with a product so good you'll never have to replace it again. All roofs come with a limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again. And with the rain, snow, and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Get your free roof assessment today. So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let M&M Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
He is incredibly dangerous. He should not be released.
After a deadly shooting at Richland's Fred Meyer, why isn't the shooter going to prison?
It doesn't feel like justice was fully done here.
Find out when the county prosecutor talks to Apple Valley News Now at 5 and 6 tonight.
Traveling at freeway speed naturally increases your need to pay attention to road conditions. Merging, lane changes, exiting and entering the freeway require special skill. So stay alert and never text while driving.
A home unlike any other. Fly the Northwest tonight. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Good morning and welcome back. We did see that rain move in yesterday during the late morning, early afternoon hours, and it didn't add up to much, but if you were out and about, you probably needed to put on the windshield wipers. Hermiston picked up 0.16 of an inch of rain. Yakima, 0.12 of an inch. Tri-Cities just under 0.1 of an inch. And we barely saw any rain in Walla Walla as far as how much it added up in the rain gauge. And right now we are tracking just a couple of very light rain showers along the Blue Mountains and also near Pendleton and Hermiston. So there's not a lot of action out there. However, we are going to keep that chance in the forecast for a couple of showers today. Nothing more than that. Visibility looking pretty good in Pasco out of our Dust Devil Sky Cam. The sunrise 6:52 this morning. And our dense fog advisory is in effect again for the same areas as it was yesterday for the foothills of the Blues, including Dayton, Walla Walla, and Pendleton. This goes until noon, and this is for that reduced visibility close to zero. That's what we're seeing in Walla Walla right now. Pendleton, you're at a mile, but these numbers are going to fluctuate as we get closer to sunrise and probably end up near a quarter of a mile right around sunrise. So again, if you're traveling to Walla Walla, to Pendleton, or along I-84 there, just take it easy and allow for some extra travel time. Everyone else doing okay this morning. We'll have to watch the Yakima Valley to see if any fog develops over the next few hours. We're at 39 in Yakima. We're at 40 degrees at Hanford, 40 in Prosser, 41 in the Tri-Cities, and 37 right through Dayton, Walla Walla, and Pendleton. Winds are light this morning, one of the reasons why the fog has developed. And here's that big picture. The weather pattern, we're still tracking that upper level low, which is spinning offshore. Now, it will move a little bit closer to us today and it's going to keep the chance for some spotty light rain showers in the forecast. And then as it continues to push its way off to the east, it will weaken tonight and during the day tomorrow. And then we have a better second half of the work week. So here's what to expect as we go throughout the morning hours. Can't rule out a stray shower or two here and there. There's not a lot on the map, so most of the day will probably just end up being dry, but it will be another dreary day out there. Not much in the way of sunshine, and temperatures climbing slowly to around 50 degrees today in the Tri-Cities, 48 in Walla Walla, 53 in Pendleton, and 49 degrees in Yakima. Tonight, we'll keep that chance for a couple of showers in the forecast, with the bulk of the rain staying off to the west. So in the morning tomorrow, we're going to wake up to temperatures back down into the mid and upper 30s. Some patchy fog possible again tomorrow morning, since we have so much moisture on the ground and the winds are going to be very light. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, just a slight chance for a stray shower. Temperatures climbing into the lower 50s for many of us. So here's that 7-day forecast. Slight chance for a spotty shower today for the Tri-Cities and tomorrow, but temperatures slowly climbing the second half of the week and into the weekend looking nice. Middle 50s with more sunshine. 20% chance for a spotty shower today, tomorrow in Yakima. 49. We're back in the 50s on Thursday. Walla Walla, better chances for some scattered activity today and tomorrow. Highs in the upper 40s. Then we will see more sun Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Hermiston 50 today, 52 tomorrow, and then more sunshine by the end of the week and into the weekend. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And a House bill that calls for the purchase and funding of zero-emission school buses is currently up for discussion in the Senate committee. House Bill 1368 aims to improve children's health by providing zero-emission school buses, and it would fund grants for the purchase of EV buses, batteries, and high-speed charging stations. The Pasco School District currently has 3 EV buses, and this bill will allow for more schools to make the switch. Anna Leasing, Senior Climate Advisor to Governor Inslee, says reducing air pollution and improving air quality are major benefits of switching to EV buses.
Bill will significantly benefit children's health without overtaxing school districts' limited resources. It ensures that down the road, when electric school buses cost the same as diesel buses, school districts and school bus contractors switch to healthier, cleaner buses. And for schools that want to move faster, it scales up an existing successful grant program to provide zero-emission buses and chargers. Parents and doctors, including the American Lung Association, have shared about the health benefits of electric buses, like fewer asthma attacks. We've heard from school bus drivers about how the mental health benefits they've seen, how kids are calmer and more relaxed because they don't have to shout over diesel engines.
Leasing also says studies have shown that students who ride electric school buses have improved attendance and school performance. Currently, the average diesel bus costs roughly $165,000, while an EV bus costs around $400,000. And researchers from Geneva have discovered that inhaling coal particles may be a bigger health concern than once thought. Their new findings suggest coal particles may be up to twice as deadly as other types of inhaled particles. Exposure to coal pollution has contributed to 460,000 additional deaths in the U.S. from 1999 to 2020. Experts are urging for tighter controls on coal emissions to protect people from this dangerous pollutant. Experts say people should shift away from coal-powered energy, take public transit, and focus on efforts to use renewable energy resources. Those switches are considered good for health and good for the environment. And the Biden administration may relax its strict vehicle emissions rules that it proposed last year. Sources say the proposed rule change from the Environmental Protection Agency would delay implementing strict emissions standards until after 2030. President Biden has made lowering emissions and switching to EVs a major part of his climate agenda. The EPA rule is still not finalized and expected to be released in the spring. Critics lashed out at the idea, saying the Biden administration is bending to U.S. automakers if the new rule goes into effect. And President Biden's likely Republican opponent in November, former President Donald Trump, has railed against EVs. Also, the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife is looking for the public's input on a restoration and resiliency initiative at Shrub Step, a long-term conservation strategy in our region. The plan includes restoring habitat and supporting wildlife like sage grouse after wildfires burned over 600,000 acres of Shrub Step habitat in 2020. The initiative would take into consideration the hunting, gathering, and ceremonial lands for Indigenous communities. The initiative is available online, and the deadline to submit your comments is tomorrow. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, we get the chance to speak with a few of the players from the state champion Kamiakin High School girls bowling team. That's coming up next.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Hit by a big truck? I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Ben Franklin Transit is hiring safety-oriented coach operators. Become a crucial part of the Tri-Cities community and provide a vital service to our riders. Get out from behind a desk and experience a workday that keeps you moving. Enjoy CDL training, comprehensive benefits, and generous paid time off. When you're driving for Ben Franklin Transit, you're part of a growing team of community-oriented professionals. Apply now to join the Ben Franklin Transit team.
Young and old, come dance a night away. Active for Life presents Senior Prom. The festivities take place March 28th at the Red Lion Pasco. This year's theme is dance.
States Postal Service is built for how you business with simple, affordable, and reliable shipping. USPS Ground Advantage.
Bye-bye cough.
Later chest congestion. Hello, 12 hours of relief.
12 hours? Mucinex DM gives you 12 hours of relief from chest congestion in any cough, day or night. Mucinex DM. It's comeback season. Now try Mucinex InstaSoothe sore throat medicated drops.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Like 2 lines of unlimited for just $27.50 a line. That's half the price of Verizon or AT&T. So switch to T-Mobile and save.
Your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through March 31st, receive rebates up to $1,600 off on a new Daikin Fit system and thermostat when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
When a rookie stunt driver meets the trainer who thought he'd seen it all.
Again.
There's bound to be action. But this is no ordinary blockbuster. It's a Nissan sales event ad, so you better act fast. Don't miss out on impressive President's Day savings.
Let's roll.
Now get 1.9% APR financing for 60 months or get $2,000 in MAC cash on the 2023 Nissan Rogue.
Hurry into the Nissan Thrill of the Drive sales event.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Hit by a big truck? I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Why isn't the Fred Meyer shooter going to prison? Apple Valley News Now at 5 and 6 tonight.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. So here at Apple Valley News Now, we love recognizing our local athletes. And today I want to honor and recognize the Kamiakin girls bowling team on their recent win. So I have 3 girls here with me today. Can you guys start by telling me your names?
I'm Grace Hubbard. I'm Melissa Martinez. I'm Quinn Shaner.
And are you all seniors?
I'm a junior. I'm a sophomore. I'm a senior.
Very cool. Okay, so you won state. Can you tell me a little bit about that experience?
Yeah, so on the first day, we really just banded together as a team, picked each other up when one of us was down, and started the first day in first. And then the second day, we had our ups and downs with our bakers, and we pulled through, and we won.
So you guys don't use bumpers when you're bowling, right?
No.
Because that's what I need. So how long have you been a part of the team?
2 years.
2 years. What about you?
2 years. This is my 3rd year.
Oh, very cool. So what is your favorite part of joining a team like this? Or being a part of it?
I think because whenever I'm bowling, I'm usually by myself or with my dad, right? So it's such a different mental game, bowling with the team, but it's like so much more rewarding, you know, because you're not doing it just for yourself, you're doing it for all the people around you who are your friends and family.
And did you think you guys were going to win state?
We were really close last year. So I went into it thinking that if we have a really good team composition, As Grace said, we were first, but none of us placed individually on the first day. So we were really balanced too. So I thought we were going to be really good on the bakers. So I went into it really hopeful. I don't want to say that like I was knowing that we're going to win, but like I really
You're like,
wanted
I was
to.
confident. No, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that you did this with your dad or your family members. Like, what made you want to be a part of this team?
One day I was just sitting in class and I heard over the intercom that there was a bowling team. I had no clue that was a thing. And then I realized that what a cool opportunity that was, and I've never gotten to do something like that, and I really wanted to try. I wasn't sure because I've never really been great at team sports, but this is something that like, my team is my friends and family.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Amazing. Well, thank you guys for joining us and telling us about your journey a little bit. We want to definitely recognize you here, and I can't wait to see what else you guys accomplish in the future. And thank you once again, and don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
In today's Tech Bites, TikTok under a new microscope. The EU has opened an investigation looking into whether TikTok is doing enough to protect children and ensure transparent advertising. TikTok's parent company could face a hefty fine. The company is promising to explain its operations to regulators. Apple released its latest Shot on iPhone film, capturing the rehearsal and performance of Usher's Super Bowl halftime show. The director used 40 iPhones, showcasing the capabilities of the 15 Pro and Pro Max model. The phones were mounted across the stage, on instruments, and even attached to some performers. And Samsung's rugged tablet has arrived in the U.S. The Galaxy Tab Active 5 was unveiled last month and is now on the company's website. Standout features include a removable battery, micro SD expansion, and a rugged case. Pricing starts at $550. So if Microsoft comes out with a rugged case, would it even scratch the surface? Those are your Tech Bites.
We're building a better postal service. All parts working in sync to move your business forward. With a streamlined shipping network and new high-speed processing and delivery centers. For more value, more reliability, and more on-time deliveries. The United States Postal Service is built for how you business. And how you business is with simple, affordable, and reliable shipping. USPS Ground Advantage.
Bye-bye, cough. Later, chest congestion. Hello, 12 hours of relief.
12 hours? Mucinex DM gives you 12 hours of relief from chest congestion in any cough, day or night. Mucinex DM. It's comeback season. Now try Mucinex InstaSoothe sore throat medicated drops.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Like 2 lines of unlimited for just $27.50 a line. That's half the price of Verizon or AT&T. So switch to T-Mobile and save.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, Russian forces have launched a new offensive in southern Ukraine and are pushing toward another strategic city after their biggest gain since May of last year. And the U.S. has proposed a UN Security Council draft resolution on Gaza calling for a temporary ceasefire in Israel's war against Hamas. And meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. The time is 5:33 on Tuesday, February 20th. February is flying by. Let's check in now with your meteorologist, Tiffany Savona. She's got your weather forecast. And Tiffany, what can people expect as they're just waking up, maybe heading out the door?
Yeah, maybe heading out the door after a long weekend. So if you had President's Day off yesterday, hope you enjoyed it this morning. We're looking at pretty good visibility, the exception along the foothills of the Blues. That is where a dense fog advisory remains in effect until noon for those reduced visibilities. And we're seeing that in Walla Walla and Pendleton. We're down close to a quarter of a mile in Walla Walla, a mile in Pendleton, but these numbers will likely fluctuate in the coming hours. So if you're headed into Walla Walla or Pendleton for work, or if you're headed out of these communities, take it easy out there, slow down, and allow for some extra travel time. Everywhere else, we're just cloudy, temperatures in the upper 30s near 40 degrees. So those clouds keeping temperatures from really falling too much this morning. There have been a couple of spotty showers overnight. Showers now north and east of Walla Walla. Also a couple of showers just east of Hermiston. So we really can't rule out a shower or two at any point throughout the day today. But most of the day will probably feature dry and dreary weather, unfortunately. So for the Tri-Cities, upper 30s, middle 40s around noon, highs around 50 by 4 o'clock. In Yakima, a lot of clouds today, another dreary gray afternoon with highs in the upper 40s. And then Walla Walla, we have fog sticking around through the noon hour and then a few spotty showers possible at any point throughout the day, lasting into the afternoon, upper 40s. We will start to warm things up even more by the end of the week. Your full 7-day forecast is coming up in a bit. Jessica, back to you.
Thank you, Tiffany. Around the world now to the war in Ukraine, Russia launched a new round of attacks across multiple fronts after capturing a key city in eastern Ukraine. One Ukrainian commander saying they just don't have enough manpower and ammunition to hold off these Russian assaults. This as crucial U.S. aid stays held up in the Republican-led House. ABC's M. Wynn has the latest.
This morning, Russia launching multiple assaults in eastern and southern Ukraine, pressing its advantages after seizing the key city of Avdiivka. One Ukrainian commander saying they just didn't have enough manpower and shells. Neurosurgeon Rocco Armando, who previously served as a doctor for the U.S. Army, telling ABC's Martha Raditz of the latest casualties.
This is a patient who had a severe penetrating brain trauma, basically an artillery blast.
Armando says the worsening situation faced by Ukrainians is directly linked to the billions of dollars in U.S. aid held up in the Republican-controlled House.
The less firepower you have, the more casualties you have, the more lives are lost. It's directly related.
Despite facing international criticism over his lack of swift action on Ukraine aid, House Speaker Mike Johnson has not signaled when he might pass new assistance. He has said no foreign aid will pass before more border security is secured. President Biden saying House Republicans are making a big mistake.
The way they're walking away from NATO, the way they're walking away from meeting our obligations is just shocking. I've been for a while. I've never seen anything like this.
This as Biden condemns Putin over the sudden death of Alexei Navalny, the Kremlin's fiercest critic. Former President Trump's only comments on Navalny's death compared it to the alleged political persecution he claims he's facing in his own legal battles. Former Republican Representative Liz Cheney slamming Trump on CNN.
I believe the issue this election cycle is making sure the Putin wing of the Republican Party does not take over the West Wing of the White House.
In the wake of Navalny's death, President Biden says he's considering more sanctions against Russia. And the U.S. has proposed a United Nations Security Council draft resolution which calls for a temporary ceasefire in Gaza. The draft resolution falls short of what many Security Council members are calling for, which is an immediate ceasefire. The draft also calls for the release of Israeli hostages while also warning against an Israeli ground incursion into Rafah. It says a ground incursion would result in further harm to civilians as well as having, quote, serious implications for regional peace and security. The draft comes as the U.S. vowed to veto an Algerian draft proposal calling for an immediate ceasefire. A vote on the Algerian draft is set to take place this morning. The U.S. has previously voted against at least 2 Security Council resolutions on the conflict. It's unclear when or if the U.S. draft will be put to a vote. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, Capital One plans to acquire credit card company Discover Financial Services in a transaction valued at $35.3 billion to create a global payments giant. And looking outside, temperature is still 41 degrees. That sunrise at 6:52 a.m. Parts of the region are a little foggy, but Tiffany Savona, our meteorologist, will have more in that first alert full forecast. We'll be right back.
Put this away while you're driving and avoid all distractions. Remember, driving is a privilege to be taken seriously, and we all have the obligation to protect public safety. For over 30 years, the team at Allen Brecky Law Offices has helped people injured in accidents.
Time for a new roof? Let M&M Roofing replace it with the product so good you'll never have to replace it again. Our roofs come with the limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again. And with the rain, snow, and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Get your free roof assessment today. So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Ben Franklin Transit is hiring safety-oriented coach operators. Become a crucial part of the Tri-Cities community and provide a vital service to our riders. Get out from behind a desk and experience a workday that keeps you moving. Enjoy CDL training, comprehensive benefits, and generous paid time off. When you're driving for Ben Franklin Transit, you're part of a growing team of community-oriented professionals. Apply now to join the Ben Franklin Transit team.
Want to test drive US Cellular's network free for 30 days?
Yeah.
Use this app. Want to do it even faster?
Here we go.
Oh, wow. US Cellular works great out here. Wow. Still have 5G here, too. Hey, I wonder if US Cellular lets me stream in my rec room. Yep, it's working. Hey, thanks for the lift.
Test drive US Cellular's award-winning network free for 30 days.
Now is the perfect time to get a big deal on a brand new Honda. Honda is Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com best value brand. That means deals on Pilot, on CRV, on HRV, on Accord, on Civic, and the rest of the Honda lineup. And right now, well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% APR financing on Accord, Civic, and CRV. But don't wait. For big deals on America's best brand, hurry into your Southeastern Washington Honda dealer today.
Chris came to TurboTax because
I switched gears from delivering part-time to streaming full-time.
So I made their moves count, filing with 100% accuracy and guaranteeing their maximum refund. Intuit TurboTax.
Traveling at freeway speed naturally increases your need to pay attention to road conditions. Merging, lane changes, exiting and entering the freeway require special skill. So stay alert and never text while driving.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
Welcome back. In business news now to a major merger in the banking industry. Capital One and Discover are joining forces just as credit card debt soars to record highs. Here's ABC's Lionel Moyes.
This morning, a shakeup in the credit card industry. Capital One is buying Discover in a deal valued at $35 billion.
Capital One is acquiring Discover, which is more than just a credit card issuer. They also have a card network over which the transactions are run. And they also have accumulated a pretty significant deposit base, bringing in deposits from consumers and making loans other than just credit cards.
Joining forces will give Capital One access to Discover's payment network, collecting fees to better compete against Visa and MasterCard, which could benefit customers in the long run. It comes as credit card debt in the U.S. hits a record high. The average balance now tops $6,000. And with high interest rates, delinquencies are up among all age groups. 49% of credit card holders now carry debt from month to month.
The increase in credit card debt at a time when credit card rates are north of 20% at record highs themselves, that really illustrates the financial strain that millions of households are feeling just trying to make ends meet. As savings balances were run down, we've seen credit card balances run up. More people are carrying balances for longer periods of time.
Could a merger like this with two big credit companies have an impact on that?
For consumers that are grappling with high balances and high interest rates, this combination isn't going to do anything to change that, particularly in the short term. So focus on paying down that debt as quickly as possible. Makes your financial life easier.
Bankrate says any changes in the terms of your card must be communicated 45 days in advance. Experts say paying down your debt and increasing your credit score will put you in a better position to take advantage of any potential perks after the merger. And up next on Good Morning Northwest, today is the state of the school districts, and there's a lot to talk about this year. Our very own Riley Fitzgerald joins us to tell us what that is next. And taking a look outside, temperature is still 41 degrees. Meteorologist Tiffany Savona will have your first alert full forecast. We'll be right back.
A home unlike any other. Fly the Northwest tonight.
The President's Day Super Sale at Furniture Row has been extended, so there's still time to save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Check out special purchases while they last, plus 6 years, no interest. But hurry, the extended President's Day Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Toyota trains certified technicians. Is that important? Well, you wouldn't hire just anyone to help you move, would you?
This shortcut saves 2 hours easy, please, dude!
No. Of course not. Not again.
Toyota Service Centers. Keep your Toyota a Toyota.
Welcome to Chris's Recovery Shop.
Is your boat upholstery starting to look worn or has tears? From tops to seats to panels, we have you covered. Do you own a business and need repairs to seats or furniture? From agricultural to restaurant, we have you covered. Got a classic car that needs a little interior TLC? From seats to armrests and panels, we have you covered here too.
Chris's Recovery Shop in Yakima,
where we keep a good thing going.
Car wreck, I'm here to help you.
His caring and supportive nature created a bond, and he shares that with every client he has.
Stacy always says really good things about me.
I got T-boned at an intersection. Ended up having a back injury. Mariano got me about 50 times more than I thought I was gonna get.
I did my best, and she got way more than she expected.
Can't thank Mariano enough. I mean, he is the guy.
Call 853-2222.
At Spec Buick GMC, Eastern Washington's truck headquarters, get up to 10% off MSRP on a new GMC Sierra or gets rates as low as 3.9% for 60 months. Whether you're looking for a half-ton, three-quarter-ton, or one-ton truck with almost 200 new and pre-owned trucks in inventory, we've got you covered. As a dealer that only stocks its lot with locally owned vehicles, nobody pays more for your trade. Get incredible deals, low rates, and 90 days till first payment on your next truck at Spec. Spec Buick GMC, a family automotive tradition since 1912.
Did you know Ustria Health has 3 full-time board-certified orthopedic surgeons? Pain in your hands, knees, hips, or shoulders can reduce your quality of life. Orthopedic doctors repair bone, joint, ligament, and tendon injuries, which can relieve debilitating pain. Our surgeons treat tendonitis and carpal tunnel, repair broken bones and fractures, and replace painful, worn-out joints, putting you back in motion. Ustria Health, exceptional rural health care close to home.
The President's Day Super Sale at Furniture Row has been extended, so there's still time to save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Check out special purchases while they last, plus 6 years, no interest. But hurry, the extended President's Day Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. If you were with us yesterday, we're counting down to the next holiday. If you need something to look forward to, we do spring forward in 19 days. So unfortunately, we lose that hour of sleep. Not the best holiday, I would say. 26 days until St. Patrick's Day, 28 days until spring begins, and we're now at 40 days until Easter Sunday. And speaking of looking forward, you may actually be able to see 2 planets in the morning sky, not this morning, not tomorrow morning because of the clouds and the fog, but by the end of the week. So we're talking about possibly Thursday and Friday morning. You want to look across the southeast sky. Now it's going to be a narrow window because it has to be after the planets rise above the horizon and also before the sun rises because the sun glare will block out those planets or from you seeing them. So you'll want to look between 6 and 6:45 Thursday, Friday morning and look across the southeast sky, and Venus and Mars should be very close to one another. Venus is the brightest planet in the sky, so you should have no problem viewing that. That is if the clouds clear out and give us some good viewing conditions. First alert radar showing that we do have a couple of spotty showers out there near Dayton and points off to the north and east. Also a couple of showers north and east of Hermiston. As far as visibility goes, everyone looking okay. The exception, the foothills of the Blues. That's where fog has been developing since late last night. Dayton, Walla Walla, Pendleton, a dense fog advisory in effect until noon for reduced visibility. And we're seeing that in Walla Walla and Pendleton, where visibility is near zero in Walla Walla. So if you're traveling to those areas or traveling out of those areas for work this morning, take it easy, allow for some extra travel time, and be alert for visibility changes along your route. Temperatures are into the upper 30s and lower 40s, so it's not too terribly cold out there. It's certainly chilly. It's 37 in Walla Walla, 41 in the Tri-Cities, and 39 in Yakima. Here's the big picture regionally, satellite and radar. We have that upper low spinning offshore, so that just continues to bring us the chance for a few spotty showers on and off throughout the day. A lot of the action closer to the coast this morning, but we do have some spotty showers south of the Tri-Cities right now. We just showed you that. So as we go through the morning hours, can't rule out a spotty shower here and there. Better chances for some more activity along the foothills of the Blues today. Otherwise, it's just going to be another dreary day. Surprise, surprise. I know we've been stuck in this weather pattern lately. 50 degrees for your high temperature in the Tri-Cities, 48 Walla Walla, 48 degrees in Toppenish, so our temperatures slowly climbing day to day. Tonight, we're going to keep that chance for a few showers in the forecast with the bulk of the activity closer to the Cascades there. And tomorrow morning, maybe a shower or two, temperatures starting off in the 30s, mid and upper 30s, and there could be another round of patchy fog across the Columbia Basin tomorrow morning. We'll be on the lookout for that. Tomorrow afternoon, stray shower, a lot of clouds, but temperatures will likely climb a degree or two into the lower 50s. But then by Thursday, Friday, Saturday, that's when we'll see more sunshine, more clearing, temperatures rising into the middle 50s. So great weather as we head into the weekend, and then becoming more unsettled as we round out the weekend and head into next week. Yakima 49 today and tomorrow, better weather Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And Walla Walla, Hermiston, foothills of the Blues, you will have better chances for some scattered light rain showers today and tomorrow, and then looking better Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with highs in the middle 50s. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. In education news, today in Pasco, there's a networking event for Tri-Cities school districts where people can learn all about what's coming up for local schools. It's the State of the School Districts, and Riley Fitzgerald joins us live in studio this morning. Good morning, Riley. So you went to this event last year, right? So what can people expect?
Good morning, Jessica. I did go to this event last year. Today, the State of the School Districts is being hosted by the Tri-Cities Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. This is where Superintendents Dr. Tracy Pierce with Kennewick School District, Michelle Whitney with Pasco School District, and Dr. Shelley Redinger with Richland School District are going to be presenting and talking about outlooks for the future, upcoming plans, and being able to highlight some things that have really been working for them. It's also a chance to network and get together on a big level. The State of the School Districts is happening from 11:30 to 1 p.m. at the Red Lion Hotel in Pasco. I'll be there today too. And with new schools popping up, dual language programs underway, school resource officers put in more schools, and lots more happening around the Tri-Cities, this will be a busy program today. There was also a Q&A section last year with all of the superintendents, which I hope to see there today as well. So over the next few days, we'll hear more from these superintendents and break down what's happening in the respective school districts. You'll catch those stories on Good Morning Northwest. Jessica, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Riley. I can't wait to hear what you find out at that meeting. And when we return on Good Morning Northwest, a massive therapy animal is making waves in the Bay Area, becoming a fan favorite at sports games all over the area. We'll introduce you next.
My French toast sticks are back, starting at $2.50. Now with a sweet new twist, cinnamon sugar churro. Dunk, bite, and savor them any time of day or all day. It's totally up to you. Only for a limited time.
Welcome to Jock in the Box.
In life's delicate moments, turn to the compassionate experts at Tri-Cities Chaplaincy. Whether it's hospice, palliative, or grief care for adults and children, we are here for you in Benton and Franklin counties. And the best part, our grief support comes at no cost to you. When life gets tough, we're here to guide you, ensuring you live your best life, even through the toughest moments. Visit us today at tccbestlife.org.
table is set for Walla Walla's culinary celebration this February. Walla Walla Restaurant Month returns to spotlight the Valley's culinary stars. For 2024, the focus is on the bounty of the area's fine dining with 9 local restaurants. Each restaurant is offering 3-course meals for only $42 all month long. Visit our website here for more information to reserve your dining experience. Come savor the flavors from some of your favorite places or discover a new one during Walla Walla's Restaurant Month.
Driving with the windows down. Yeah. Tubing in the river. Ice cream you have to race to eat before it melts. Hang in there. Warmer weather is coming. And in the meantime, our entire team at McCurley will be here to make sure you find the right vehicle for your journey, because it's your way home and out of the cold.
Find your way home in a new Mercedes-Benz C300 for only $569 a month from Mercedes-Benz of Tri-Cities.
Here comes the Central Washington Sportsman Show, February 23rd, 24th, and 25th at the Sun Dome in Yakima. Come see the giant fishing demo tank, shoot a big one at the 4D Archery Simulator. Check out the Northwest Big Game Display, hunting and fishing seminars, horn and antler competition, and the kids' fishing pond. See all the exhibits, boats, RVs, guides, outfitters, and more at the Central Washington Sportsman Show, February 23rd, 24th, 25th at the Sun Dome in Yakima with free parking.
Oh, hey, Jack, going up?
Actually, no, Justine. My famous 2 tacos are still just 99 cents when you order on the Jack app or online. Could you press 6, please? I'm going up. Get my famous 2 tacos for just 99 cents, only on the Jack app or online.
A Castle in the Snow. Fly the Northwest tonight.
The foothills, or along the foothills of the Blues, I should say. That is where we have a dense fog advisory. That's the case for Walla Walla and Pendleton. The rest of the region, we may see a little bit of fog develop, but nothing that'll reduce visibility as low as it is right now along the foothills of the Blues. Today, temperatures climbing a little bit. We'll take anything we can get at this point. 49 for your high in Yakima today, 48 in Toppenish, 43 in Cle Elum, 48 Prosser, 49 at Hanford, 47 Moses Lake, 50 degrees in the Tri-Cities, 50 in Hermiston, 48 in Connell, and we'll put it in the upper 40s Walla Walla, 51 in Dayton, and 53 degrees in Pendleton. And the temperatures continue to climb through the rest of the week. We'll have that 7-day forecast coming up a couple times over the next hour. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And now to introduce you to Alex. You can call him Alex the Great because he's about as close as we can get to rabbit royalty. And the stats on this rabbit are hair-raising. Here's ABC's Danny New with more.
When you meet Alex for the first time, it's hard not to go, I love you. I love you so much.
Looking at you on the screen.
As you can tell, Alex is a big boy, weighing in at 30 pounds. In fact, he is actually a gigantic breed of rabbit called a Flemish Giant, which is amazing since
they got a rabbit, yeah. And it's not a small one either.
This Flemish Giant has become a fan favorite at San Francisco Giants games, where he is the team's official rally rabbit.
They all get excited and they all want to pet him, they all want to touch his feet.
Now, most animals would not appreciate this much loving, but when Josh here adopted Alex from a rabbit rescue in December of 2020...
Because as soon as I picked him up, he just snuggled into me and he didn't want to leave.
Fast forward more than 3 years and Alex has become a Bay Area sports celebrity for all of their team's fans, often zooming around in his wabbit wagon that Josh controls, and then stopping for pets.
He'll go right up to people and sit right on your feet and wait for you to pet him.
You are making incredible things happen for this city.
But it's not just sports. In 2021, Alex became a certified therapy animal and now spends every week volunteering at hospice care centers, senior living facilities,